don't need to ask him his opinion more than once. Al Travis on The Al Travis Show.
It is The Al Travis Show. We're lucky to have our next guest. He's Jay Caldwell. Jay, how are you doing, sir?
Good, Al. How about you?
Good. I just took a shot you were there. I changed something on the settings for Zoom, and unless you're videoing, I don't see you. I had no clue you were there. I am so happy you're there.
Okay, I'm here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Interesting day today, and I'm going to ask you the question this way. You've been doing radio quite a little bit. Are there days that have just stuck out in your head like, no, there are a lot of time guys, I was there the day the tornado hit or whatever. Do you have one of those days that just hits you and you know, is better, or one that you'll remember your whole career?
Oh, boy. Day that I remember I would say a day that I remember in my career would probably be 9/11 when I was.
Were you on the air 9/11?
I was in the newsroom. I was the sports director at the time. Me and one of our news guys were watching the report of, the first tower getting hit.
Sure.
And we saw the second one get hit live, which I think made everybody change their approach from this was an accident to this was.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's a day I'll never forget.
Oh, that's cool. Reason I bring it up, and of course I'm sure you didn't hear it, but Senator John Hoffman was on the program today. He got shot 9 times, and all that went on, and he came on the program today, and the feeling I got about it is just remarkable. I mean, I've always liked the guy, I always liked having him on the program, but to have him on chatting and having some fun, it's just going to be one of those days for me. And I just realized it now. When I was a kid and doing radio and I never knew what was going to be the next big thing, this one did it for me. I'm very excited that he was on the program today.
Well, that's cool. That's good.
Yeah. Things going on in your neck of the woods. I want to ask you a couple things. Did you watch either the All-Star game for baseball or the ladies basketball?
I did not watch the WNBA. And let's see, what All-Star game was last Tuesday. Yeah, I think I watched some of that. But it went on late, and then they had that swing off at the end, which I didn't expect to happen. So that was new.
But that's kind of my point. We've never heard of this before, had we? I don't know that, as much as I pay attention, I ever heard that there were swing offs if we tied.
Yeah, no, I did not even know that was the thing that they were going to do. But before the game, each team selected 3 players that would be in this swing off. So they anticipated that it could happen, so they were ready for it. But to me, it seemed like a pretty good way to resolve it without having to play more innings. Well,
I guess if you feel you have to have a winner, right? No one gets anything anymore. Right. I guess I would have rather we all knew we got to the if it's an exhibition of our best players, right? That's what we're going to call it. It's an exhibition. So if we get to the end of the 9 innings, you got to see everybody. We're going to call it a draw. I'd have less problems with that than this swing off. Because now let's go swing off. The coaches all know that should we get to this, we didn't know it, but they did. I'm going to have 3 players out. Well, they picked players, as according to the coaches, that were just coming off the field. The people you really want to see, the Judge, the Owatanis, right? They had already cooled down, and they were sitting on the bench joking and yakking. And so they put players in that were in at the end of the game. So now in the swing off, when this now supposedly really matters, you don't even have the players you're hoping to see. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, it doesn't. No, you're right. I mean, it's different that way, but I mean, I suppose do you really want it to go 13, 14 or more innings?
No. And again, I don't. No, and it was fun that the American League came back and tied it. Everybody wins. Let's have a clap. Let's go home. I guess it's just trying to change things for changing's sake, right? The WNBA, in their All-Star game, and both sides of my mouth, they started a 4-point line, and actually the first basket shot in the WNBA for the ladies was a 4-point shot. They just moved it way back. The gal came up, and I don't remember her name. She shot one, first 4-pointer in WNBA in an All-Star game. Fine. It's the same game, right? You're shooting baskets and doing the thing. I guess I don't have a problem with that. I don't want a 4-point play in basketball. Don't get me wrong here. But at least it's the same game. When the football folks, the NFL, decide to play flag football and no one knows the rules, the Manning brothers are in charge of everything, it's a cluster. It seems just wrong to me. Play the game you want or don't. And if it's just a showcase, just have the NFL guys show up and sign autographs at some big party somewhere and know that they're all-stars and be done with it. Is that so wrong? I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, one of the things I wanted to bring up since I was unable to watch the WNBA All-Star game is that I went to that the Yacht Club Fest. You hear about that? Where you had
I read something. You were there?
3-day events, Friday through Sunday. You know, we had big aspirations to make it all 3 days, and we ended up bailing on Sunday despite having tickets for it because we were just exhausted. We're too old to go and do 3-day events anymore. So it was fun on Friday and Saturday. The weather was decent. We did have the weather starting to come in on Friday night, so we ended up beating that, walking out of there before Hozier was done. But it's a crazy big event with the amount of people that show up for that.
And that was held where?
Harriet Island in St. Paul.
Oh wow, okay. And 3 days is a long time to party.
Yeah, I mean, have you gone to multi-day music festivals before?
Yeah, it just makes me feel like such a wuss. No.
You've never done it?
Even going to concerts, I'll go to a band for a while if I really like the band. Music's not my jam. I just isn't. You can pick all the greatest guys coming. There are very few bands I would spend any time more than 3 hours listening to and be done. I've been a talk show guy since the 90s. If you ask me any song now, and I've heard of Taylor Swift, never heard one of her songs. Now maybe in the background in an elevator or something, but I'm not that guy. You've lost all respect for me. Listen to silence here. Jay's like, you have got to be kidding. Who am I on the radio with?
I thought eventually you would have done something like that. Even as a youngster, you're in your high school age, college age, young Al going out there. And
we would go dancing. I was a big swing dancing guy kind of thing, the Texas two-step, stuff like that. We used to do that when I was 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, whatever. And then in college, I just kind of lost the groove of spending hours, let alone days, listening to music. No, I would not have went to Woodstock, even though I'm probably that old. Sorry, Jay. I'm sorry to disappoint you. You can feel the disappointment in your voice. I'm sorry. It's just not who I am.
Right. I suppose that they probably don't want cigars at events like that. So that's enough of a reason to keep you out.
If they had a 3-day cigar fest where you could just go and spend 3 days smoking through cigars, I'd be there all time. I'd be there from start to finish. I just can't do the music. I'm sorry. Yeah. It doesn't work. So that's just me.
There's a lot of standing, and that's one of the things, and a lot of walking. So it's not for everybody because of those two things.
And again, so what was the music? Is it a variety at this thing, or was it was all country? I mean, do you at least, what did you have for variety?
Well, it was mainly like 90s bands.
Okay.
So, I mean, the aged person that was there would have been people around my age. I mean, low 50s.
Okay. That's all right.
40s to, up to about 55, 60. And that's kind of how it is. But there was, a lot of young people that would probably just go to any event. Although what I've come to notice is that kids, even my age, they have an appreciation for the music that I grew up listening to.
See,
which I think is something I didn't expect.
My kids have all figured out that the 80s was probably the last really great music, 80s, early 90s. Yeah. They listen to stuff that I do. The problem is now that's an oldies radio station. It makes me feel old just tuning in.
It's true.
It's sad. It hurts my feelings. So that's maybe why I'm out of the music scene. Jay, love having you on the program, my friend. Always appreciate you.
You got it. Thanks, Al.
All right, we'll get him in. Now, we won't be in next week. Get him in a couple weeks. It's Jay on the Al Travis Show.